Hey guys, Design David here. It's been a long time since I've been here on YouTube, and I just wanted to say I'm back. So it's time for me to come up into the world of art YouTube and start making my way up the food chain and be a really cool and all powerful art YouTuber. No, I'm not really gonna do that. I'm just here to be an illustrator, inspirer to people and stuff like that. So enough with my ego. So right now I am doing a color piece for a character named Sayori from Doki Doki Literature Club, which in my opinion is probably one of the best horror themed games from the last 5 years. And I just cannot just stop drawing these characters because they're really cool looking characters. So the character I'm drawing is Sayori, who is one of the main four characters that you will encounter throughout the entire game. I will not give too much away because I don't want to be a spoiler for anybody who hasn't played it yet, but at this point I'm just kind of like, dude, you need to play it already, or at least see somebody play it. Like, I recommend Jacksepticeye or Markiplier to watch their gameplay. So the reason why I'm doing this one as a color video is because I was just at the recent community show in Amarillo, Texas, and I had this little girl who is such a big Doki Doki fan. She bought every single Doki drawing I had, which was a Monica, a Yuri, and all four of the characters in one picture as model sheet characters. And I had to say Sayori left, but it was just black and white. Color was not on it, and I was like, I'm not comfortable yet giving it away or selling it. But I will actually do a YouTube video over this, like the color video, and I will definitely give you a shout out on that if that would make you happy. And she was so enlightened and so happy, like a twinkle in her eye, like ding. And I was just like, there we go. So shout out to Ender, the robot pony. Thank you for coming to see me at the show. Thank you for supporting me as acquiring my Doki pieces, and I hope you enjoyed this video and all that. It definitely took a little time to get it going because I had classes, I needed to get stuff back on track, and figuring out how to record this. So basically, I record everything on my phone. So basically, editing and audio is on Premiere Pro. Great editing software, by the way. And the markers I'm using are a combination of Prisma colors, markers, and Copic markers. And for the inking, I just use basic Micron. And for the sketch, I use number 2 pencils. Pretty self-explanatory. But overall, the coloring is pretty much done within a set of colors I specifically picked out to help me tackle this piece as quickly as I can. Probably one of the crazier colors that I had to use was her hair, which was like a peach color. I don't see a lot of characters with that color hair unless they're anime theme. And I'll be honest, I don't do a whole lot of anime. I'm starting to get back into doing it because I just figured, like, why not? I'm missing out. Other than that, it's just one of those things. Well, other than that, I wanted people to know that I'm coming back on YouTube. I recently noticed I had a couple more subscribers subscribe to me after doing some of my vlogs and just talking to people and having them subscribe to my channel with the promise of more videos. And I'm going to keep on my end of the bargain and start trying to keep a kinda consistent schedule. Like, the plan is to post a video a week, 2 if possible. Like 2 is like going to be like a good week. Like, the sun is shining, like the class days are not hard, no homework, the memes are fresh, and no residents yelling, or I can see a really cool She-Ra Catra video, and yes, I am one of those guys, don't judge me. But other than that, the certain colors I'm using throughout this whole video, so far what you've seen was like a buff for the skin tone, a warm gray 50 for basic jacket, and 70 for dark detail work, a peach for the hair, and a basic red for the hair, not the hair, the bow tie and the necktie. And for right now, for the skirt, I am using a periwinkle. And no, I'm not talking about the Blue's Clues character, which, by the way, Blue's Clues is like the best Nick Jr. show of all time. Like, hands down. Like, you can't change my mind. I'm like one of those guys. Like, you can't change my mind. It's the best. And then everybody said, what about Dora? I'm just like, maybe. So, I'm also using a peacock blue to do some of the shadow work. And a quick fun fact of how I usually do my gradation work is I'll do my lights first, and then I'll go over with my dark. And I prefer to have a brush tip for the dark, just because when I start doing the gradation, I like to have the brush stroke to start doing some of that gradation stuff. And then I'll go over with the original light color and mix it all together to give that gradation effect. And with Prisma, you can just layer the same color on top of certain areas, it'll be darker. But I'm kind of one of those guys that likes to do different colors just because I like to have that, variety in colors. I'm not saying I'm opposed to using the, one marker over and over again technique, but that's only if I'm like, don't have a lot of my colors on me at the moment. But other than that, I really am digging how this piece all came together. I'm just so happy. I'm now getting back into YouTube. Like, seriously, I have been itching to do this. Like, not even joking. So, videos are going to start being more consistent as much as I can. The goal is, like I said, once a week, if I can. 2 will be the honey pot. And yeah, it's just, I'm still in college, but I mean, like, it's my last semester, so it's starting to slow down for me as far as like classes and stuff, because I already got my degree in graphic design. I'm doing a minor in art, that's why I stayed an extra year. And I'm just like, since it's my last semester, I'm going to go a little slower, give me more time to do shows, Comic-Con, gallery events, and YouTube videos, obviously. So, other than that, I am excited to be back here on YouTube and all that kind of fun stuff. Also, the orange I'm using in this video is a Sharpie Tiger Orange regular marker, and then kind of went over with like a light, or not light, pretty dark, orange from Copic. And taking the Color Stone Gray and just doing kind of the light shadow in the white area, it's like a collar, stuff like that. And then one more thing I usually do for the entire drawings, if it's just a character, is I like to add either what I like to call a background or border. So B or B. So either you can draw a quick background, whether you want to ink it with a pencil or color it. It's usually somebody's choice. Or I will put a color border around the character. So basically, in my order, when you're coloring a character, this is how it usually goes: skin tone, small detail, big areas, and then B or B. And that's kind of my thing. It doesn't have to be that way for everybody. That's kind of how I do it, because that keeps me on track. For the border part of the B.O.B. area, I'm using a lime green, because most of the other colors are kind of like a little muted colors. Like obviously the gray and the peach it's not really muted, but it's not like one of those like really bright bold colors. It's kind of like, it's bold but not like bright like neon. So I wanted to keep that to kind of help everything bring in more. The only bright color here is probably the orange and the skin tone. And I definitely wanted to keep that as the focus. And when you're like looking at the whole thing, you're looking at that very dim lime green border, and it pulls your eyes in because you notice all that brightness, and then you get to see everything once you're done looking at the details in the shirt. If that's what you look at first. And I like to just add little dots or rectangles or patterns all over this thing. Yeah. Other than that, I am so happy to be back here on YouTube. It's been one of my big passions to get back on this thing and start making videos for you all. So hopefully I can keep a schedule going, and hopefully I can be more consistent with everything here, because I really want to do YouTube because it's just so much fun to do and just reach a larger audience. So this is Design David, about to sign off. Like, subscribe, and follow some of my other social medias. And I love you, my design dudes and dudettes. So, bye.